Hallöchen und herzlich willkommen hier bei mir auf dem Kanal. Heute spielen wir mal ein wenig Beyond the Sky an. Soll der Nachfolger sein vom Beyond, glaube ich. Moment. Wo hab ich ihn? Wo hab ich ihn? Soll die Fortsetzung sein von Beyond the Sky aus dem Jahre 1994. Ist ein Point-and-Click-Adventure. Und ja, wurde jetzt anstelle von den 2D-Look, wurde von den Teams jetzt entschieden, das in 3D-Look zu machen. Mit einer Shading-Optik. Und ja, ich lese jetzt mal kurz ein Stückchen vor über das Spiel. Und zwar von Charles Cecil, Schöpfer der Reihe Broken Sword und unter der künstlichen Leitung von Dave Gibbon, dem legendären Comiczeichner unter Watchmen, bekommt Beyond the Sky die lang erwartete Fortsetzung des Kultklassikers Beneath the Sky. Wir sind Robert Forster. Ein Kind wurde bei einem brutalen Angriff entführt. Du hast geschworen, es wieder nach Hause zu holen. Die Spur hat dich nach Union City geführt. Einer der letzten verbliebenen Megastädte in einer Welt, die von verheerenden Kriegen und politischer Auflösung heimgesucht wird. Union City ist eine Utopie, in der die Menschen ihr Leben unter der Überwachung und Kontrolle einer altruistischen KI leben. Stets wachsame Androiden, Designerwohnungen, Plätze und Bars. Was gäbe es da nicht zu lieben? Aber diese Stadt hat eine Schattenseite. Beyond the Sky ist ein dramatischer, humorvoller Cyberpunk-Thriller, in dem fesselnde Rätsel und eine rasante Erzählung in einer dynamischen Spielwelt vorantreiben, die auf die Handlungen des Spielers reagiert und von ihnen unterlaufen wird. So, ich würde sagen, wir gucken uns dazu auch einmal ganz kurz nochmal den Trailer an. So, einen Blick. Zack. So, und los geht's.
Union City. I'd been away so long. Now I was back. The city looked different. Beautiful. Peaceful. Happy.
I was hoping to meet you, Mr. Grundy.
My dear husband is back!
Is everyone feeling aspirational today?
But I was on the trail of a child, brutally abducted from his village.
Beware! Demons stalk the gap by night.
What's happened, Foster? Where's my son?
And nothing in this city was what it seemed. Luckily, I wasn't alone for long.
Foster! What the hell kept you?
Together, we tracked the missing king. A trail that led to the true darkness at the heart of Union City.
Genau, so, darum geht es letztendlich. Und ja, ich würde sagen, wir starten mal direkt. Ich starte mal das Spiel. Und dann können wir auch gleich mal rüber wandern. So. Genau, da haben wir es auch schon. Gut, ich habe es bisher noch nicht gespielt. Ich kenne auch den Vorgänger nicht. Es soll eine Fortsetzung sein vom Vorgänger. Ja, wir schauen einfach mal. Neues Spiel.
I'd already decided it was going to be my last night in Max's village. I was sorry to be leaving, but I was restless again.
Beware! The day grows dark, and demons stalk the gap by night.
Harsh old woman, stop your superstitious nonsense. Besides, this is the best time of day for fishing, eh, Marlo?
Yes, Dad. Look, Foster! I use these broken sensors to make a fish alarm. It detects the fish before it bites.
Nice work, Milo.
Milo was just like me as a boy, and the tech skills I'd taught him would help the village after I left.
Do you really have to go, Foster? How can we ever pay you back for all you've done?
It's been my pleasure, Max. One of Anita's pies will be payment enough. I owed the Gap folks so much. My first tribe fostered me when I was orphaned all those years ago. They taught me how to recycle tech scavenged from city dumps. Soon, I even built myself a playmate.
I'm your friend. Call me Joey.
Joey and I were always together. As I grew, I upgraded him. He became the best friend I ever had. But then...
Foster! Foster, wake up! The sensors detect a fish. It's a big one.
What the?
It was no fish.
Max, keep back! Follow!
Dad! What are they?
Max! Drop him, you...
Dad! Foster! Help me! Help me!
Milo had gone. The machine
Hallo
too,
Kern, grüß dich.
but its riders had left something behind.
Max? Milo? What's happened, Foster? Where's my son? Max? Max? Oh, no! I told them there were demons stalking the dark.
The stalker that attacked us was a machine, not a demon.
Please, Foster, I don't understand. What happened?
I told Anita everything I could, though I knew very little. Max was barely conscious. I could only hope that with Anita's loving care, he would recover. As for me, I had to follow Milo and his captors immediately.
I'll bring Milo home, Anita. I promise.
Thank you, Foster. I know you will.
Genau, das ist eigentlich die Story, um die es geht.
Dawn was breaking as I left the village. The featureless wastes of the Gap stretched away from me. Night followed day, then day dawned once more.
Kern, wie
Time
geht's
lost
dir? Alles
meaning
schön?
as the tracks beckoned me ever forward. Determination had long replaced sadness. Whatever it took, I would find Milo. The tracks were barely visible now, blurred by the wind. But I was sure I'd reach their destination soon. Then I saw the thing I feared the most approaching. Sandstorm. I battled forward, but now could only guess that my direction was correct. I decided to save my energy and sank into an exhausted sleep. Maybe the old woman was right. Maybe demons did stalk the Gap. For as it shrieked and thundered around me, the storm brought back my nightmare once more. Union City security was attacking. As my tribe screamed in terror, I salvaged Joey's motherboard. Taken captive, I couldn't save my village. But I survived when the security copter crashed, entering Union City. On the run, I soon got Joey working. Upgraded yet again, he helped me overthrow the evil that ran the city. As I left, I told him to make the citizens happy. Union City was no place for me. I wanted to be where I could do most good, helping the scattered people of the Gap. I woke to find the storm had passed. But not without finishing its cruel work. The tracks were gone. I was lost, and so, I feared, was Milo. Then, I heard them. Gang birds. Scavengers. And in this wasteland, that meant only one thing.
Okay, Gang birds sind also
People.
Kakaos. Okay. Gut.
Despair turned to hope. I was sure that if I could find where the stalker had gone, I would find Milo. Then, in the distance, I saw a girl crouching over a body.
Speichert, okay, das, okay. WASD zum Fortbewegen und nutze zum Umsehen die Maus. Okay, das verstehe ich. Was ist das denn? Ja, okay.
The girl was holding a device to the lifeless hand.
Hey, excuse me.
Who the hell are you?
I'm searching for a vehicle that...
Ah, no! Damn birds!
Wait, I just...
Whatever that device was, the bird had it now.
Okay, wollen wir mal gucken. Mal zur Leiche.
A corpse lay propped against a rock. The gang birds were eyeing up the corpse hungrily.
Häufig beäugt. Was haben hier alles Schönes im Inventar? Ein Brecheisen. Ein Kuchen. Androgenfinger. Jetzt mal den Kuchen gucken. Okay.
The girl had been doing something to the guy's hand. I wondered what. He'd clearly been dead for days.
War schon leider seit Tagen tot. Okay.
The logo. I'd seen it before. On the androids that had taken Milo. The girl was my only lead. I had to follow her. Union City. I was back. Over the years, I'd heard rumors of how the city had thrived since I'd left Joey in charge. I was finally going to see for myself.
Das sieht ja nicht sehr einladend aus, ehrlich gesagt. Okay.
Oh! Halt! Welcome, unregistered Gaplander.
Well, hi. And you are?
Community Welfare Droid 2CU at your service. To commence your Union City registration, please make your way to the immigration terminal.
That's okay, I'm not here to register. I'm looking for...
If you're looking for the immigration terminal, it's right over there. Thank you.
Can you help me find a missing kid?
You want to file a missing persons report? Go register.
Have you seen a boy called Milo?
No, but I do see an unregistered Gaplander.
Also dieses Vieh, ne? Das ist ja... Okay.
I've never seen a droid like you.
And I've never seen a Gaplander like you.
I bet. And what is it you do?
I tell Gaplanders like you to visit the immigration terminal and register.
Let me know how that goes. I'm looking for a vehicle that maybe came this way.
A vehicle? Well, this is a freight entrance. So, you're in the right place.
Right. I need to find a boy called Milo. He was...
What you need to find is the immigration terminal. It's right over there.
So how do I register?
Easy.
Okay.
Just go to the immigration terminal and you'll get a U-chip for your temporary ID. The correct route is indicated by these signs.
Okay.
Sounds easy.
It is. Without it, you won't be able to interact with any of the Minos devices in this area.
What exactly is a U-chip?
Don't they teach you Gaplanders anything? A U-chip stores your ID and personal data
Okay,
in a
also völlig digitale
micro-implant.
Überwachung.
The immigration terminal is easy to find. What's keeping you? The correct route is indicated by these signs.
What's this Minos you mentioned?
Minos is the interconnected computer system that is everywhere and controls everything.
Okay.
Everything? That sounds very similar to Link.
For the convenience of all citizens.
Zum Wohle aller Bürger.
And word to the wise, no U-chip, no access to the Minos devices. Not even the vending machines. So go register.
Also das Ding will unbedingt, dass ich mich registriere. Ne?
How do I get to immigration?
The terminal is at the wall end of the garden. The correct route is indicated by these signs. Soon as you've registered, you can access the Minos devices.
Remind me how to register with Union City?
The immigration terminal is back there in the garden.
Dort hinten im Park.
You want a
Okay.
U-chip? That's where you've got to go.
Thanks. Thanks for your time.
Pleasure. How can I help?
Ich gehe mal weiter. Hinten im Park. hat's ja gesagt. Vorher gucken wir uns hier noch ein bisschen um. Was ist hier?
The sign was directing me towards immigration.
Okay.
It was a tire or modern art. I couldn't tell which.
Ja, das ist ein Reifen an der Bank. Ja, das stimmt. Okay.
I wondered if the citizens minded being electronically tagged with these U-chips. sign was directing me towards immigration. I guess this was the immigration terminal.
Okay.
Welcome to the Union City Registration Terminal. Please place your hand below to receive your U-chip implant.
Ouch!
A U-chip had been implanted into the palm of my hand. I wasn't sure how it was going to help me.
Na gut. Haben wir uns aber wohl scheinbar registriert, denke ich.
The guy looked like he'd been out in the sun a bit too long. Smelled like it too. Sir, excuse me, sir. Are you?
Whatever you're selling, I ain't buying.
No, I'm not selling any.
A likely story. Name's Wendell. Joe Wendell.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
That remains to be seen.
What are you doing here?
Well, whilst Bruce's power cell remains as flat as a cowpat, not a whole lot.
So you're trying to get in the city?
Abso-bloomin' Trying being the operative word.
Your truck's power cell has drained.
Aye, emptier than a politician's vows. There was a sandstorm put the bridge over yonder out of action. I was told to go park for a few hours. Turned into a few days. Trying to keep the mini-case cool in this heat emptied the power cell. I wasn't stingy on the aircon, mind, or the margarita blender up in the cab. A working man needs his creature comforts. Anyway, 13.7 volts drained to naught. And they still haven't fixed that blooming bridge.
And you've been sat here ever since?
No choice, until they send someone out to juice up Bruce's power cell. Someone competent, I mean.
So, your truck is full of mini knockwurst?
You betcha! Mini K, best in the gap. Even contains some real meat. You're welcome to take a handful. Back of the truck's open, although the doors like to play silly beggars.
Oh.
Requires a special technique. Ritual, you could call it.
Unbedingt essen möchte, die Mini-K, ich weiß nicht.
Aye. Now listen carefully.
Der Geruch sah
Step
schon
1,
relativ grün aus.
give the bumper a wallop. Step 2, do a little jig. Step 3, pull the door and jerk it hard.
Wallop, jig, pull. That it?
That's it, lad. And remember the order.
Okay.
I'm looking for a vehicle.
Well, mate, today's your lucky day. This is a vehicle.
Ja.
No, I'm looking for a special vehicle.
But Brucey is special. All he needs is his power cell and we'll be on our way.
The vehicle I'm looking for had 4 legs and no wheels.
4 Beine und
A
keine Räder.
vehicle with legs. Think you've got bats in your belfry, mate.
I saw what I saw. They kidnapped a kid from my village.
You're not the first I've heard talking about kids going missing in the gap. But I've never seen any come through here.
Listen, you haven't seen a child come through here, have you?
Pinch something of yours?
No. He was kidnapped.
Oh, I see. Sorry to hear that. Have you asked those kids over by the playground? They've been here a lot longer than me.
The doors, they're locked shut.
Not locked, jammed. Oh, and I'm all out of lubricant.
So how can I get in?
Didn't you listen? It's a ritual. First off, give the bumper a good wallop. Then, do
Dann
a
ein kleiner
little
Tanz,
jig.
na klar.
A jig.
Aye, a jig. Then pull the door hard.
Pretty technical, huh?
Have to move with the times, pal.
Ja, okay.
Be seeing you.
Dann kommen wir mal weiter. Ich glaube, der bringt uns nicht wirklich. Könntest du gerne mal
There was a
die Türen
strange
angucken?
smell, and it was coming from the truck. I reminded myself of the collective noun. A murder of gangs.
Vögel oder töte. Ah ja. Na gut, das habe ich natürlich. Wäre natürlich nichts.
Those birds weren't going to let me anywhere near the back of the truck. I didn't rate my chances against all of those razor-sharp beaks. The gangs clearly weren't scared of me, or my crowbar.
So. Gucken wir mal weiter.
How can I help?
Hier sind noch ein paar Leute. Mal sehen, was die so von sich geben.
A sturdy chain tethered the roundabout to the ground.
Push me.
Hey, kid.
Push me. Push me.
I've got things to do.
Push me.
Ist doch selber. Okay.
Hey, kid.
Push me. Push me.
I've got things to do.
Push me.
Ja, komm, einmal noch.
I recognized the girl. She was the one who'd run away from me earlier. Excuse me. Hello?
You.
Me what?
You're the guy in the desert.
And you're the girl with the corpse.
Okay, first of all, that guy was dead long before I got there. And second of all, it's your fault Big Steve stole my date.
Lost your what? To who?
Do you realize how much potential trade you've cost me?
Honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ugh. I trade. I'm a trader. Name's Ember.
What were you doing out there in the desert with that corpse?
Mister, are you looking to trade something or what?
Trade?
Trade, you know, tech, gadgets, knickknacks from the Gap or the city.
That's what I do. I collect stuff, sell stuff, trade stuff. Only, since you're interfering, let Big Steve fly off with my deet, it'll be a while before I can make proper trades again. Now, excuse me.
What's a deet?
My deet, man. DTT. Data transfer tool. Deet.
What's the deet for?
Duh, transferring data. That's what I was doing with that dead fella. Transferring his citizen ID for trading, yeah? You distracted me, and Big Steve nabbed it and flew off. Like I said, thanks.
Tell me about this deet.
Simple. I collect IDs and I use the deet to swap them. At least I did, until Big Steve grabbed it.
Who's Big Steve?
You see all these birds all over the place? Big Steve's the purple one, with a beak full of my deet.
Aha.
Did you see a strange vehicle come through this way?
Strange? You mean like that stinky one there?
No. This one had legs.
Not seen anything like that. Maybe you didn't either, crazy guy.
I'm not crazy.
Sure you're not.
I'm looking for a boy named Milo who might have come through here recently.
I'm absolutely sure I haven't seen your kid. Now, stop asking.
What do you trade?
Like I said, sometimes people from outside want stuff from the inside. Sometimes people from inside want stuff from the outside. Second one doesn't happen very often since inside's got, like, everything and free. But it happens.
Suppose a guy from outside wanted to get inside.
Ah, my most popular item. Until Big Steve took my deet, that is.
So are you digging that guy's U-chip out of his hand?
What? No! Data transfer. I told you. I cloned his ID data onto the deet for later.
What happens later?
Well, you know, maybe someone doesn't want to be found. I do swapsies.
Yeah, okay.
For a price?
Yeah.
I got a U-chip with a temporary ID from over there.
Good for you. They're free.
Can I get into the city with it?
No. And yes. And no.
Nein,
Break that down for me.
No, a temp ID so they can keep track of you around here. Won't get you inside. Yes, I could deet that corpse's ID onto a U-chip. And no, because as you well know, my deet's been eaten.
What were you doing out there in the desert with that corpse?
I told you already. I was deeting his ID. Only now, Big Steve has my deet and ipso facto, the ID.
Any idea whose body that was out there?
Dunno. Just some guy from the city.
How do you know?
'Cause I got the citizen's ID from his U-chip. Duh.
Okay.
That's all for now. Thanks.
Gut. Dann gucken wir mal
Anytime.
weiter.
Oh wait, no. Come back if you want to talk business.
For someone with a business interest in dead bodies, she seemed pretty normal. Grabbit's Independent Traders. I bought from sketchier places out in the Gap. A makeshift workbench had been set up. Its structural integrity seemed over-reliant on some old deflated tires.
Union City.
The gangs looked mean and ugly. I hadn't seen one of these terminals in 10 years. Link. The evil behind everything that happened all those years ago. The attack on my village. The death of my mother. Nothing happened. Probably because the machine had had its innards ripped out.
Okay. Das Ding ist tot.
There was something strange about the water. And there was an unmistakable smell of ozone. Up close, I could see the water was holographically concealing an electric fence? There was something strange about the water. And there was an unmistakable smell of ozone.
Ich weiß nicht, bei dem wir berühren sollten.
There was an electric fence back there. I wondered if it was live.
Ja, sieht da schon die Blitze.
Ow!
I was shocked to discover that it was. No wonder the gangs kept clear of this death trap.
Was war denn hier drüben noch? Ah ja. Ach, Minus. Okay. Bürgerratgeber. Okay. dass jeder Bürger nicht nur das Recht hat, sondern auch die Pflicht hat, bis ganz nach unten zu streben. Deshalb beraten und unterstützen wir sie auf dem Weg, ihre Ziele in Union City zu erreichen. Der Schlüssel dazu ist unser weltberühmtes Kudos-Belohnungssystem, welches garantiert, dass jeder ihrer Beiträge zur Union City aufgezeichnet und gewürdigt wird und sich in ihrer Kudos-Bilanz und Menge niederschlägt. Alles, was sie brauchen, ist Ambitionen. Hat stets ihre geistige und körperliches Wohl im Sinn. Das Wohlergehensministerium. Okay. Wird vom Wohlergehensministerium verstehen, dass beim Berühren ein guter Bürger zu sein und immer nach dem Besten zu streben, Gesundheit und Wohlergehen manchmal auf der Strecke bleiben können. Deshalb kümmern wir uns immer um sie und würdigen und unterstützen ihre Arbeit, ihre Beziehungen, ihre Ambitionen, ihr ganzes Leben. Kein Problem ist so groß, dass es nicht dank eines unserer der einzigartigen, auf sie zugeschnittenen Reflexions-Spa-Programme von ihnen abfällt. Wählen Sie zwischen einer Stunde, einen Tag oder sogar eine Woche, was auch immer nötig ist. Nichts ist uns wichtiger als Ihr Wohlergehen. Aha. Das Sicherheitsministerium. Wir vom Sicherheitsministerium wissen, dass Sicherheit das Geburtsrecht eines jeden Bürgers ist. Seit dem Tag an, dem der Rat die Leitung übernommen hat, war ihr Schutz unsere Priorität. Wir leben in einer gefährlichen Welt. Der Gap jenseits unserer großen Stadtmauern ist die lebende Beweis dafür, was geschieht, wenn einer Gesellschaft der Schutz fehlt. Überall grassiert Kriminalität. Dort draußen stehen Chaos, Diebstahl, Gewalt und Mord auf der Tagesordnung. Währenddessen unterdrückten Städte wie Hobart geknechtete Gemeinden und ignorieren dabei Recht und Gesetz, um was als zivilisiertes Verhalten gilt. Glücklicherweise entgehen unseren Sicherheitsdiensten hier in Union City nicht einmal die kleinsten Verstöße. Sie ersticken asoziales Verhalten im Keim und merzen das Geschwür des Fehlverhaltens aus, bevor es sich ausbreiten kann. Seien Sie versichert, unsere Stadtmauern sind unüberwindbar. Unsere Polizei ist unbestechlich und unsere Pflicht, sie alle zu beschützen, ist heilig. Ja, okay. Gut, Ben. Gucken wir mal weiter, was es hier noch so gibt. Das ist ein Automat.
Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos.
The machine ejected a garish, beclowned can of soda labeled Spankles.
You are currently at your maximum allotted Spankles allowance. Have a nice day.
Höchstlimit. Kriegst du eine Dose am Tag oder wie? Das ist ja nett.
Apologies, but you have exceeded your Spankles allowance.
The 1 can a day limit didn't exactly support a thirst for Spankles.
Apologies, but you have exceeded your Spankles allowance.
The 1 can a day limit didn't exactly support a thirst for Spankles.
Hier machen wir mal.
Registered Caplander, you are present at the scene of an active alarm. Please remain calm and await neutralization of any threat. Do you have any information on the cause of the alarm?
I'm sorry, I didn't see anything.
Very well, do not panic. Minos will soon relate to me the identity of the culprit. Information on this incident is still pending. You may go about your business.
Apologies, but you have exceeded your Spankles allowance.
The 1 can a day limit didn't exactly support a thirst for Spankles. He was a scruffy-looking technician.
Verlorener Techniker, ja, das stimmt wohl.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello, visitor.
What's up with your bollard?
Ach, da ist ja der Boss.
Maybe I can help.
Was ist denn da im Maul?
You?
Sure.
Hey, listen, Mr. Gaplander. It's totally cute that you want to help. But this mechanism's a teeny bit more advanced than what you're used to.
You'd be surprised. I'm pretty handy with these sorts of things.
Sorry, gotta get back to this bollard. It ain't gonna fix itself.
Okay. Er hat halt irgendwas im Schnabel. Big Steve, hi.
One particularly large and familiar bird stood out from the rest. It was Big Steve, and it still had Ember's teeth in its beak. The bird's beak looked especially vicious.
Ja, nice.
The bird's beak looked especially vicious.
Nein. Ich glaube, wir müssen irgendwie an diesen Dude kommen. Dann kommt noch wieder runter. Die aus dem von Star Trek, die Borg, 7-of-9, zumindest aus.
The hologram was already active. The hologram showed a young woman in uniform.
Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Welcome to Union City.
Okay, sieht die ganz aus wie
My name is Greta. It is my duty and pleasure to answer any questions you may have about Union City and the local area. How may I help you today?
A child has been kidnapped from my village.
From your village? Was the child a registered citizen of Union City?
No, his name is Milo, and...
Polite apology. Minos can only concern itself with registered citizens.
I was hoping you'd be able to help.
And isn't hope a wonderful thing? In the meantime, do you have any other queries?
I'm looking for a vehicle. Has anything come through here?
Ich glaube nicht, dass sie mir Auftrag geben wird.
You haven't seen a weird vehicle with legs instead of wheels?
Polite apology. I cannot discuss the details of other visitors' vehicular movements.
But this vehicle, it kidnapped a child.
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
So is Joey still running things around here?
He was, until just a few years ago.
That doesn't sound good. Hope he didn't screw things up.
Not at all, sir. Joey the Savior was a great leader. Citizen happiness reached unprecedented levels.
Good to hear it. I happen to be an old friend of his.
Oh, we're all friends of Joey, sir. Gone but not forgotten.
Have a nice day.
In Union City, sir, there is no other kind of day.
Die sind ja sehr von sich überzeugt. So, da ist er wieder. Ich probiere jetzt mal irgendwas mit der Dose anzustellen. Kann ich nicht benutzen.
These were tough desert birds. Waving a crowbar around wouldn't faze them.
Diesen Stick kriegen können.
These were tough desert birds. Waving a crowbar around wouldn't faze them. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. The bird wasn't going to give up Ember's deet without a fight. It was Big Steve, and it still had Ember's deet in its beak.
Ha.
These were tough desert birds. Waving a crowbar around wouldn't faze them. The bird's beak looked especially vicious.
Muss ich noch irgendwas anderes finden, eventuell?
Citizen, welcome to the abridged audio-visual Union City fact file. The Union City walls were forged in 1994 by a small team of resilient workers. A common misconception is that the team was formed of Australian citizens.
Those birds weren't going to let me anywhere near the back of the truck. I didn't rate my choice. Those birds weren't going to let me anywhere near the back of the truck.
Okay, wie komme ich denn jetzt?
Excuse me.
Oh, hello, visitor.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Love to help you out, but me and my bollard here having a bit of a disagreement. Shouldn't be too long.
Okay, der hat den Stick, den ich eigentlich haben möchte.
It looked like the sculpture had seen better days. Unless that was the intention. Hi.
Hi again.
I've just seen Big Steve, and he's still got your deet.
Thanks a bunch. I hope it rips his gizzard on the way through.
No, I mean he's still got it in his beak.
Well, that's something. Not sure what, but it's something.
So Big Steve is the bird with your deet?
That's right, the big fat purple one.
Catch you later.
Peace.
Okay.
A makeshift workbench had been set up. Its structural integrity seemed over-reliant on some old deflated tires.
Hier muss irgendwas sein, was ich da benutzen kann.
Hey, kid.
Hey, weird guy.
My name's not Weird Guy.
I'm Pixel. It's easy to remember because it rhymes with pickle.
So it does. I'm Foster.
I'll remember that easy because your name rhymes with fossil and you're old.
Thanks, kid. What's your story, Pixel?
Well, I'm 8 years old, and my birthday is in only 64 days.
64 Tagen. Ah,
I'm
ja.
really good at math, and I can even lift my sister. And she's super fat.
Very comprehensive.
Yep. Anything I can help you with today?
Did a vehicle come through here recently?
Maybe. How recently is recently?
Like 2 nights ago?
Oh, then definitely no. But wait, 2 nights ago? My brother, Vauxhall, he saw this giant monster.
What kind of monster?
Like a totally huge, but not real one.
Huge, but not real?
I mean, Vauxhall says it's totally huge, and Ember says it's not real.
Well, which is it?
I don't know what to believe.
What's this about a giant monster?
Right, so my brother Vauxhall, like 2 nights ago, it was night time, right? And we had been playing this massive game of buzzsaws and dynamos, so I was like, wah! But, where was I?
The giant monster.
Oh yeah, right. So, later that night, he wakes me up screaming about how he saw a giant monster.
And?
That's the end of my story. Don't tell Ember I told you.
This vehicle, it had legs instead of wheels.
Vehicles don't have legs, though.
This one did. Your brother saw a monster, right? You thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, that it was a giant daddy longlegs.
No. That your brother's monster was actually
a very small daddy longlegs, but very close to him.
Untertitel
No.
Leben.
I caught a daddy longlegs once.
Also es steht wohl bei
What
denen
was your
auf der Liste,
question?
dass sie das nachvertonen.
What do you do here?
Well, me and my brother and my sister usually live in a tribe way over that way by the old burnt-down radio tower. But it's like so boring there. We come here for the action.
I can see why. Listen, about this monster.
Jeez, man, why are you so obsessed with monsters? They're not real.
Who's Vauxhall?
My brother, remember?
Can I talk to him?
I guess, but he's not as friendly or helpful as me. Real question is, will he talk to you? He's been hiding for like 2 days now. Won't speak to nobody but me.
Can you tell me where to find him? Maybe he'll talk to me.
Maybe. Yeah, okay. You've done me a favour. He's hiding in a bench in the garden. I told him I wouldn't tell no one, but you seem okay.
I'm looking for a boy about your age named Milo, who may have come through here.
You're asking the right guy. I remember every face that's come through here since I was a little kid.
Yeah? How many's that?
Like, at least 12. How recently are we talking?
Sometime over the past couple of nights.
Oh, didn't know. Haven't seen no kids.
You sure you haven't seen any children come through here?
Nope, definitely would have remembered.
What about anything suspicious?
Suspicious? Yeah, there was this one guy. Tall, wearing a big coat and carrying a purse.
I see.
Lang Mantel und eine
Nice one.
And his name was Fossil.
I got the joke, kid. Any idea how I can get more answers out of Vauxhall?
I don't know, but I'm getting sick of the whole monster thing.
Bye.
Okay, I'll go.
Gut, dann gucken wir mal nach der Bank. Vielleicht kommen wir ja dann irgendwie mal an den Vogel ran. Gucken wir mal. Die Bank hat er gesagt. Das ist bestimmt diese Bank mit dem Reifen. Im Park. Also wenn das hier der Park sein soll.
Vauxhall was hiding out in the makeshift den.
Gucken wir mal.
Hello, Vauxhall.
Shh. What?
My name is Foster, I've just got a few questions. I wanted to ask you if you've seen any monsters.
How do you know about the monster?
Ember told me.
Ember? What did she tell you? That I was making it up? Go away.
Okay, das war der falsche.
Me again. Can we talk some more?
Hi.
Voxel, about this monster. Truth is, I'm a monster hunter. I've been tracking a monster across the desert for days. I think he came through here, and I'm looking for someone brave enough to see it and live to tell the tale.
I saw it.
Can you describe it?
It was big and beastie, and it eats children, and I could hear the screaming, and it was fast and dark and silent.
Slow down, one thing at a time.
It was big, like a giant dog.
A giant dog? That sounds like what I'm after. Did you see any children?
No, but I heard them. I heard kids crying inside its tummy.
And where did it go?
It sneaked off into the city. After that, I got in here. No way am I gonna let it get me.
You've been in here for 2 days?
Still alive, aren't I?
Did you say you heard kids crying from inside the dog?
I think so. Sure sounded like that.
Any ideas on getting into the city?
People go in and out of the main gate. Are you gonna go in there and kill it?
Sure am. That's what monster hunters do best. Then I'm gonna bring Milo and the other children back out.
You will?
Okay.
Oh, you better take this.
Thanks. What is it?
A firecracker. I was gonna use it to kill the monster. But you can have it.
What do I do with this firecracker?
I don't know. Throw it at the monster. But cover your ears.
What do I do with this firecracker?
Whatever you want. It makes a scary bang.
Do you know how I can get inside the city?
I already said. You need to get across the river and through the big doors.
Can you tell me more about these missing kids?
Only that I heard them inside the monster.
This giant dog. Where did you see it?
I was playing buzzsaws and dynamos with Pixel. I won, and he was really cross. Then, in the night, I woke up. It was totally dark. I'd heard this sound. Like feet padding along the road. Big feet. And then I heard screams. Children's screams. I ran over here and hid in my fort.
And you've been in here ever since?
Yeah. I'm hungry.
Did anyone else see the dog?
I don't think so. No one believes it even exists. But you do, don't you? You believe me?
Don't worry, Voxel. I'm on the hunt. Bye.
Hey, you got anything to eat? I'm kinda hungry.
I could keep an eye out.
Mr. Hopsworth sometimes lets me have some of his lunch. He doesn't usually know that, though.
Understood. Voxel's giant dog sounded a lot like the stalker that had taken Milo. Now I was sure that the stalker had entered the city. There had to be a way in through the main gates.
Können wir eigentlich mal gucken, ob wir den nicht an unseren lieben Freund hier verwenden können. Können wir ihn hier finden?
Chew on this, Big Steve. I guess that Big Steve had dealt with worse than firecrackers out here.
wir den doch nochmal nehmen können.
The bridge seemed to be operated by some sort of hand scanner.
Error. Bollard malfunction.
The bridge appeared to still be broken.
Okay, Big Steve. Sind wir bei der Bahn? Aber hier.
The bird's beak looked especially vicious. The bird wasn't going to give up Ember's deed without a fight.
Okay, das war wohl nicht die Lösung.
One of the posts was jammed. I called upon my extensive background in engineering.
Hey! It's working! Hey, we fixed it!
Yeah, piece of cake.
Dude, Council sure is shining in my direction today. Do you know how many times I've scanned this thing? The last scan must have done the trick. You see, I'm the diagnostician and tech expert around here. Name's Obsworth. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a vehicle that might have passed this way.
What kind of vehicle? Maybe I can help.
Well, I didn't get a good look, but I know it has 4 giant legs.
Legs? Word to the wise man. Vehicles have wheels. Whoa. That doesn't sound like any vehicle I've ever heard of. And I've got more magazines under my bed than you can even imagine.
Tell me about Joey.
Praise Joey. Not a day goes by where I don't thank him for the happiness and prosperity he brought to Union City.
Joey and I go way back. We must be talking about the same one.
Well, it depends. Our Joey was kind, benevolent, generous, firm, resolute, moral, magnanimous, proactive, and a friend to all citizens alike. Does that sound like your Joey?
My Joey was more of a sarcastic pain in the... But he was my best friend. It's really important I find this vehicle.
Why?
Because it kidnapped a child from my village.
Well, that's a gap for you. It's like the Wild West, but, you know, without the West.
I know it sounds crazy, but I've been tracking the missing child for...
Nah. If it's missing children you're looking for, you best try the Gap. Not here. Good day now.
Excuse me?
Well, hey there, stranger. How's your day going so far?
Well,
Great, I'll bet. Anything old Hobsworth can do for you? By the way, just so you know, I'm on the clock.
Yes, of course. No problem. How are things going with Wendell's power cell?
It's in my office.
But how long until it's charged?
It's hard to say, but it's on my list.
Any updates on Wendell's power cell?
Not yet, but I'll get onto it soon.
So what's your deal, Hobsworth?
I am a diagnostician for the Ministry of Comfort.
And what exactly does a diagnostician do?
I find problems.
And fix them?
No, I just diagnose them. Minos fixes them.
Do you need technical expertise to be a diagnostician?
Of course! You need to know exactly where to point your scanner. See, I come to work and I pick up my scanner here, and then I report the problem. My interventions are key to the smooth running of Union City.
About this missing kid.
Dude, word of advice, huh? Since you're new here?
Okay.
Look, maybe kidnapping is the sort of thing you people do in the Gap. But this is Union City, man. We're a proper society.
Gotcha. Thanks. So, you haven't seen any vehicles?
Nothing like you've described. Sorry.
This may sound like a stupid question, but how do I actually get into the city?
Well, first thing would be to head over to the city gates.
Yes?
If you got a valid ID, and just scan your U-chip, and the bridge will open.
Valid for what?
Now, that is the stupid question. You need a vehicle to get through the big doors there. If you have transport clearance, like that old fella with the smelly truck, you just drive up, scan your ID, and roll right onto the elevator down to the cargo bay.
See you around, Hobsworth.
Okay.
Oh, before I forget, I really appreciate your patience back there when I was fixing the bridge. Let me thank you properly. Give me a hand.
Okay.
There you go. Your kudos just got a boost.
Thanks, I think.
Keep a smile on your face.
Danke, ich denke. Dann gucken wir mal. Ich glaube nicht, dass wir da mit dem eigenen Schritt rüberkommen.
Insufficient permission. Citizen ID required.
Ja, sag ich doch. So irgendwie möglich sein, diesem Vieh dieses Tut abzunehmen.
The bird's beak looked especially vicious.
Okay, wo ist denn Ember? Wo ist Ember schon wieder hin? Da ist das Kind. Da ist sie nicht. Wo ist sie denn? Reden wir mit Ember nochmal.
Hi.
Hi again.
I spoke to Voxel about his monster problem.
You what?
I think his monster is the vehicle I've been tracking.
Oh, good for you. So you told him the monster was real? Won't be seeing him anytime soon. Nice one, Super Dad.
Voxel's a skittish one, isn't he?
Watch your mouth. How'd you know where to find him anyway?
Pixel told me.
Mate, I don't know you don't know me, you don't know them. Let's keep it that way. Stop asking questions, finish your business, and move along. Meanwhile, where's Pixel? Me and him need to have some words about stranger danger.
Any ideas on getting into the city?
You got one of them U-chips?
Yeah, just got one from the terminal over there.
That one's no good. They've given you a cheap temp ID so the droids don't run you over. Bridge only opens for citizens. Soz, mate.
See you around.
Bye now.
Ember's deed had a citizen ID stored on it.
Jetzt sehen wir uns auch nicht weiter.
Me again. Can we talk some more?
Meine Lösung wäre eigentlich ganz einfach. Wir bräuchten den Datenübertragungsstick. Und damit können Sie uns dann...
Can I grab another one of those firecrackers?
Okay, but I'm running low.
Thanks, Voxel. What's this about a sandwich?
Mr. Hopsworth always brings sandwiches from the city. They're so good. He's usually got one or two in his hut.
Should I ask Mr. Hobsworth if he wants to share?
No, don't do that. He likes sharing best when he doesn't know about it.
How long ago did you see this dog?
It was 1, 2, 3... 2. It was 2 nights ago.
And you've been in here ever since?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
How long ago did you see this dog?
Also die Lösung war einfach, wir brauchen einen Stick, dann würde Ember uns einfach den Use
And you've been in here ever since?
Yeah.
Die Daten.
I'm
Und schon können wir
hungry.
rein. Oder wir brauchen eine Batterie, damit wir mit dem Auto mit dem LKW rein können.
Thanks, Voxel.
Die zwei Möglichkeiten haben wir gerade. Ich weiß nur nicht, wie ich den Stick kriegen soll. Und wie ich die Batterie kriegen soll. Sprechen wir doch nochmal mit unserem Herrn Hogwarts. Wieder gucken. Das ist Ember.
Hobbsworth, was it?
Ah, hello again, stranger.
How can I get into the city?
Like I said, only registered citizens with transport can get into the city.
See you around, Hobbsworth.
Keep a smile on your face.
Ich meine, wir können natürlich auch den Bella natürlich auch mal hier verwenden. Vielleicht sieht das mehr. Wir müssen tatsächlich erst an diesen LKW ran.
The smell of the Mini K was highly pungent.
Atemberaubend, das glaube ich. So, was war das? Schlagen.
Here we go. These were not my best moves. Right. Hit the bumper.
Mini-K. Ah, vielleicht kann ich mir ein Mini-K. Wo ist der Vogel? Können wir ihn tauschen. Aber essen würde ich die nicht freiwillig. Anlocken.
Come on, big fella. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. It was Big Steve, and it still had Ember's deet in its beak. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. The bird's beak looked especially vicious.
So nicht. Okay, versuchen wir es nochmal. Mal sehen. Gehen wir aus meinem Fokus raus, Mann.
Come on, big fella. The bird wasn't going to give up Ember's deet without a fight.
Holt ganz schön weit aus.
The bird's beak looked especially vicious.
Warte, aber ich glaube, ich habe eine Idee. Wir müssen aber, glaube ich, nur schnell genug sein. Ja. Auch dieser Vogel. Ich glaube tatsächlich, dass dieser Vogel tatsächlich die Rätselslösung ist. Hallo Street Live Radio. Grüß dich. Na, wie geht's dir? Wo ist dieser Vogel? Komm hier runter. Komm, sei ein braver Vogel. Komm, wir tauschen. Du kriegst den Mini-K und ich nehme den Stick dafür. Na komm. Ja, die Wärme ist, ja, das geht mir ähnlich. Ich sitze hier auch abgeschottet mit meinem Ventilator zur rechten Seite und am liebsten so wenig wie möglich bewegen, ne? So, jetzt aber. Andocken.
Come on, big fella.
Komm mit. Komm.
The bird's beak looked especially vicious. Come on, big fella.
The
bird's beak looked especially vicious.
Umbrella? Nee.
Come on, big fella.
Würde mich hier woanders hinbringen.
The bird's beak looked especially vicious. The gang was too distracted.
Ist ja doof.
Come on, big fella.
Ich muss ihn irgendwo anders hinbringen. Da kann ich auf den Boden legen. Oder muss ich ihn rüsten? Ah ja, okay. Auf die Idee. Auf die Idee muss man erstmal kommen. Na gut, dann gehen wir mal zu Emma.
Amber,
Hi again.
guess what I found?
A lot of nerve coming back here.
Nope. This.
What? My date? I'll have that.
Sure, but how about I give you the deed in exchange for the citizen ID that's on it?
The date for the ID? But
You wouldn't have it back if it weren't for me.
it wouldn't have been stolen if it weren't for you.
So we're even.
I suppose that's sort of fair.
Excellent. When do we start?
Have you got a U-chip?
Yes. My hand is still stinging.
Right then, let's get this over with, yeah? Pass me back my deed, Follow me over to my workbench.
Na gut, dann gehen wir mal zur Werkbank.
You ready to do this?
I'm not entirely sure what this is.
You want that citizen's ID, right?
Yeah. What do I need to do?
Cool. Just place your hand flat on the U-chip scanner. Over here on my workbench.
Okay. Dann machen wir das mal.
Like this?
Yeah, good enough. Let me just line up the laser. Oi, keep your hand still or you'll lose it.
Is this gonna hurt?
No more than getting the chip installed in the first place.
Okay.
Right, just transferring the ID now. You may feel a slight pinch. What was that?
That wasn't supposed to happen?
There it is again. Must be... nothing. It must be nothing. Looks like his name was Graham. A fine, upstanding citizen.
Graham. Got it.
Good luck, Citizen Graham.
At last I had a citizen ID. I hoped that this was going to be my key to getting into the city.
Gut, dann könnten wir jetzt eigentlich mal in die Stadt rein. Mal gucken.
Error. U-chip firmware outdated. Authority for vehicular access denied.
The firmware on my U-chip was out of date. I realized that I'd been sold a dud by Ember.
Ja, dann reden wir doch mal mit Ember nochmal. Firmware veraltet ist natürlich nicht so besonders prickelnd.
Ember,
Hi again.
there's a problem with this ID you gave me. I tried the bridge, but it wouldn't let me through. Apparently my U-chip is out of date.
Oh, right. They had to replace the hand scanner recently. Must be running on new firmware. Much newer than the crappy U-chips from that old terminal.
What happened to the old hand scanner?
No idea. Why would you even ask that? I didn't take it. Shut up.
Either way, the ID you gave me doesn't work.
Hey, listen, guy. The ID is tip-top. It's your U-chip that's the problem. It's old. Like you.
Well, have you got any newer replacements?
Nuh-uh. That U-chip is in you now. It stays there. You'll need to run an update, but my guess is you can only do that inside the city.
And without the update, I can't get across the bridge.
Ja, ist natürlich doof.
I appear
Ein
to be
Update,
at
aber
an
ohne
impasse.
Update kommen wir nicht rüber.
Yikes. Well, that ain't good. Could maybe hack the bridge, but... Nah. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Did you say hack?
Okay. So you know how everything here runs on Minos?
Minos? Surely that's not based off the old Link system.
That's right. When they upgraded, they dumped the old Link tech. Smart shoes, smart toasters, smart light bulbs, smart fridges.
Smarte Toaster.
Minos makes everything smart, smart, smart. Except the humans. Anyway, you know how Hobbsworth is always pointing his scanner at stuff?
Yeah?
That's his Minos scanner. Minos scanners let guys without any smarts figure out how machines work. Old Hobbsworth has all kinds of safeguards so he can't mess things up more when they break. But with a few modifications...
Can you do more than just diagnose Minos machines?
Much more.
Could I borrow your hacker? Is that a no? Could I maybe trade you something for your hacker?
Honestly, probably not.
Okay, so if you won't trade me for that hacker, could you make me one?
For a price, and a whole lot of inconvenience.
What do you mean?
For starters, you need one of Hobbsworth's Minos scanners. You get me one of them, and then we can talk about next steps.
Any idea where I can get one of those scanners?
Dunno. They're ultra super tech, and only registered tradespeople are allowed them. Of course, Hobbsworth is a complete meatball and loses like 2 a week. He's probably got a spare one in his hut.
Thanks, Ember.
Okay, dann probieren wir
Leider,
das
man.
mal. Wäre ja auch so einfach gewesen, wenn wir den Chip jetzt haben und die ID haben, dass wir dann rüberkommen. Ne? Das wäre auch viel zu einfach gewesen. Jetzt sind der... Da ist er.
Hey, Hobsworth.
Hey, what can I do for you?
What was that tool you were pointing at the bridge?
Oh, this little baby? That's my Minos scanner. It's super neat. All of us diagnosticians use them.
Okay.
I pointed at a device, and it shows me how it works. See, everything in Union City runs on Minos. Everything's interconnected, from big safety systems and freight elevators, all the way down to toasters and hand dryers, all on Minos.
Föhns.
Okay, so you're saying it's a citywide universal operating system?
Whoa, I don't know what that is, but maybe. I'd hate to think what'd happen if a scanner like this fell into the wrong hands.
How can I get into the city?
Like I said, only registered citizens with transport can get into the city.
I knew I couldn't wait that long. There had to be a different way in.
So, you haven't seen any vehicles?
Nothing like you've described. Sorry.
About this missing kid.
I can't help you there. Now, please
Okay, dann
stop
Scanner kriege ich
asking.
nicht.
It makes me kind of uncomfortable, you know what I mean?
See you around, Hobsworth.
Keep a smile on your face.
Guck ich hier nochmal rein einfach. Kann gar nicht mehr, aber gut. Dann sprechen wir mal mit dem netten Kollegen hier.
Hey, Wendell.
Managed to get those doors open all right?
Just about.
Did you, do the jig?
Sure did. You said it was essential.
That's right. Although, here's a funny thing. My wife never does the jig back
Seine
at the
Frau führte nie
farm.
einen Tanz auf.
But it always
Naja.
seems to open for her. Anyway, what can I do
Das
for
wohl liegen
you?
könnte.
Mind if I take a look at the power cell? I'm pretty handy with this sort of stuff.
Hobsworth has it. Told me he'd have it charged in a jiffy.
Great. How long ago was that?
About 1 million jiffies ago. My guess is it's either gathering dust or it's being ground to dust.
Any ideas on how I can get into the city?
Aye, that's easy. You just need one small thing.
Great. What?
A truck.
What? Like yours?
No, not like mine. You want one that actually moves under its own power. That being said, you won't even get across the bridge without an authorized ID. Citizen's ID gets you all the way into the city, privileges and all. I've got ID, all right, but my power cell's empty. Long story short, I could drive in. If I could drive in.
Wenn er könnte, ja.
Do you need a vehicle to get into the city?
You do, but I don't. I've got Brucey here. What I do need is a new power cell.
And you can't just walk in?
Are you mad? Walk into the city?
Okay, also
There's
ich halt mal
guns
fest, man
guarding
läuft
them
in der
main
Stadt.
gates, and they'd make mincemeat out of you, Sonny Jim.
I take it this is your truck?
It's got my name on it, don't it?
Your name is W?
Well, some of it.
Any other vehicles around here I could use?
There's nought round here.
I need to get into the city as soon as possible.
Irgendeinen Weg geben da rein.
Me too, pal. But Brucey here's not going anywhere.
Want one of these mini Ks?
Oh, better not.
I thought you loved them.
Oh, of course I do. They're delicious.
What?
Don't get high on your own supply.
Sorry?
No scoffage on thine own
Keine
sausage.
Verkürzigung hauseigener Würste.
Oh, I see.
Wir wissen nur nicht erstmal, weil sie
Suit
schlecht ist.
yourself. So these mini Ks, what are the other ingredients?
Eh?
You said they contain some real meat. What's the rest made up of?
Flavor.
Yes, but
Ich glaube, mit denen komme ich auch nicht unbedingt weiter.
seeing you.
Aye.
Wo ist denn jetzt wieder diese... Wo ist er denn? Ja, warte mal. Aber ich glaube, die hilft mir auch nicht weiter, diese komische Drohne.
How can I help?
Excuse me.
Greetings, Citizen Graham.
I was going to have to get used to being called Graham.
Your body mass index is looking lower than when last recorded. Congratulations.
And I feel great, like a totally different person.
Negative. You are still Citizen Graham. How can I be of assistance?
Oh je.
How do I get into the city?
Only citizens have access to the city.
But I am a citizen.
Then why are you outside the city walls? Diagnostician Hobsworth is the only citizen authorized to be in this location.
Guess I got lost. How do I get back in?
The same way you left.
Genauso wie raus. Ah ja.
Where can I enter the city?
Well, the doors here open up for registered vehicles.
What if I don't have a vehicle?
You'd need a pedestrian entry point.
Is there one of those here?
Not anymore.
What do you do to see you?
I supervise this area and guide prospective citizens through the registration process.
Well, you're clearly excellent at your job.
Why, thank you. I'm the latest model, you know.
Okay. I'm looking for a young boy that's been kidnapped.
Citizen Graham, there were no children registered to your account.
He's not mine. He was taken from the Gap.
Ah, well, unregistered Gaplanders cannot enter Union City. Therefore, I cannot help.
Nee, der hilft mir auch nicht weiter.
Bye for now.
Was great meeting you.
Ah.
Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos.
Jetzt habe ich noch eine Droge. Kann ich sie nochmal benutzen? Vorhin als...
Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos.
Okay, jetzt kann ich noch mehr nehmen. Okay. Nochmal.
Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos. Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos.
Wie oft sollte ich das machen?
Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos.
Vielleicht kann ich damit ja, wenn der Automat leer ist,
Courtesy of Minos.
die Person das dann irgendwann nachfüllt. Wie komme ich denn so darüber?
Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of
Das sieht nicht so aus, als würde immer leerer werden. Ne? Besser ja. Nehmen wir den mal. Ich versuche irgendwie nochmal diesen Scanner zu kriegen. Vielleicht können wir doch nochmal ein bisschen hacken.
By the sound of things, Hobsworth was hard at work. I decided not to interrupt him. By the sound of things, Hobsworth was hard at work. I decided not to interrupt him. By the sound of things, Hobsworth was hard at work. I decided not to interrupt him.
Okay, damit aber nicht reingehen.
Hey, Hobsworth.
Hey, what can I do for you?
How can I get into the city?
Like I said, only registered citizens with transport can get into the city.
I knew I couldn't wait that long. There had to be a different way in.
See you around, Hobsworth.
Keep a smile on your face.
Okay, das geht nicht mehr.
The U-chip I'd been given here now contained this Graham guy's ID.
Hier noch irgendwas machen können?
One step forward, 2 steps back. I had a citizen ID, but my outdated U-chip firmware wasn't going to play nice with more modern devices.
Okay. Ja, ich brauche diesen Handscanner. Aber der wird ihn mir nicht geben.
Hey, Hobsworth.
Hey, what can I do for you?
See you around, Hobsworth.
Keep a smile on your face.
Vielleicht kann ich ja bestechen mit der Dose.
Looks like you're working pretty hard. Need a spankles?
Oh, hey, man. That's super chill of you. But I'll just grab one myself when I pick up a thirst.
Oder mag er vielleicht die Minigame?
Got something for you, Hobsworth.
Sehr eklig.
Is that one of those meaty whatsits from the nice old gen over there?
You bet it is. Want one?
Oh, I'm not a sausage kind of guy, you know?
Ich verstehe gar nicht, warum keiner diese Wurst haben will. Tja, und nun? Jetzt ist guter Rat teuer, würde ich sagen.
Me again. Can we talk some more?
Hi.
See you around.
Nicht mehr so gesprächig. Vielleicht können wir ihn hier wieder mit der Dose nehmen, oder nicht? Minicave vielleicht? Okay, da passiert gar nichts. Gut, dann bin ich gerade auch ein bisschen ratlos. Sprechen wir noch mal mit Pixel. Mal gucken.
Hey, me again.
What do you need, mister?
Do you know how to get into the city?
Oh, if I knew that, would I be living in this car park?
Bye.
Call it if you need anything.
Hi.
Hi again.
Any idea where I can get one of those scanners?
Hobsworth tends to lose his a lot, so... He's probably got a spare one in his hut.
In seiner Kabine.
Catch you later.
Peace.
Ja gut, aber in seine Kabine kommen wir hier nicht rein.
By the sound of things, Hobsworth was hard at work. I decided not to interrupt him. By the sound of things, Hobsworth was hard at work. I decided not to interrupt him. By the sound of things, Hobsworth was hard at work. I decided not to interrupt him. By the sound of things, Hobsworth was hard at work. I decided not to interrupt him.
Hey, Hobsworth.
Hey, what can I do for you?
Can I try your scanner?
Sorry, no one is allowed to touch these without going through a rigorous training course.
Nice jacket.
Oh, thanks. I like yours too.
Any updates on Wendell's power cell?
Not yet, but I'll get onto it soon.
Any updates on Wendell's power cell?
Not yet, but I'll get onto it soon.
Ha.
See you around, Hobsworth.
Keep a smile on your face.
Ja, gut. Okay, wir kriegen die Stromzelle nicht, weil er sie nicht reparieren will und die auch nicht da ist. Deswegen können wir die Truck nicht nehmen, um reinzufahren, weil er hätte eine gültige ID. Und dann können wir nur den Scanner updaten, den ich aber nicht kriege. Zumindest nicht ohne weiteres. Schwierig.